The big game has come and gone, but then, well, its impact is still very much here. Talking about the London Derby. As at the time it was, we previewed it, it was supposed to be first versus second, but eventually it came up as first versus third. But still, the impact was there, the intensity and everything. Let's talk about the game. Arsenal against Chelsea. First, let me talk about Chelsea. Does this show how much Chelsea have grown as a club? I mean, in the space of 1 week, going against both Barcelona and Arsenal, these are high-flying teams. I mean, right now, as of this moment, these are two teams topping their tables in their different leagues. Barcelona top of La Liga, Arsenal top of the Premier League, and Chelsea played both of them and were able to hold their own against them. I mean, not to talk of the Club World Cup where they play practically the best team in the world and took them to the cleaners. Is this a statement performance for Chelsea that hey, we can contend, we can challenge the big boys, we are good enough?
Well, if I may ask you, who are the big boys?
Well, the big boys are the guys winning the big trophies.
Who are the big boys?
Arsenal.
Okay, look.
This season,
Chill. Who are the big boys?
this season, at least the table toppers.
The table toppers are the big boys.
Yes,
The table toppers against the world champion. Just wait.
Self-acclaimed.
Self-acclaimed. We are the champion, world champion, and we showcase the title that we are the world champion. Look at the game against Barcelona. From the first minute of that game to 90 minutes, Chelsea 100% possession, midfield, defense, everything. They are able to manage themselves, composure, determination. Look at the pace, look at the stamina, look at the agility, everything. It shows all these boys are out to the task. Against Arsenal yesterday, look at the way they play. Despite the fact Cucurella with the yellow card, 1 man of 10 against 11. These people have showcased nothing but they deserve the title we call them the world champion. It's just like we played yesterday, the world champion against the Pacemaker boys. Yes, exactly. I want to be sincere with you. That is sincere with ourselves. And I said it earlier on. Chelsea 5 matches at a stretch, nothing but winning. We are not losing any game. On Wednesday, on the 3rd, they are playing against this United, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go to it.
This almost beat Man City last weekend.
That is Man City. We are talking about the world champion. The world champion. All over, we dominated all over the world. At that particular moment, if you look at the badge of the Chelsea, you see the world champion. This makes us a better team than Arsenal. Even Man City.
The world champion.
But even though we know that Alex is gloating right now, and so I've never seen anyone be so happy and so contented with the draw before. You can't talk about maybe it shows how big Arsenal is. This happy with the draw.
Yes.
This one
not being happy. This one not being happy with the draw. 10 against 11. That should be an added advantage for Arsenal over Chelsea.
And Chelsea will score first.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. At the end of the day, we are able to. As a coach, you should know what you are doing. You should know the right thing to do, the right player to bring in at the right time, not the wrong player at the right time.
So who introduced the wrong player here?
I'm just telling you, look at the
Chelsea. You know he made a mistake against Manchester United.
At the end of the day,
but this time he calmed down. Allow the first half to first end.
Yes, okay, but let me see how we can manage the second 45 minutes. Let me see who I can bring in that will give us the result. And then at the end of the day, was able to do that. Now giving it to him 100%. There is a question I want to ask, which I want you to justify this yourself. Look at Chelsea possession, the tempo they have been playing their game. If Chelsea can continue with that tempo, with that pace from now to the end of the season, don't you think Chelsea will overcome Arsenal at the top?
At the end of the season?
Yes.
Depending on what Arsenal does. I don't think this Arsenal.
Do you think this Arsenal of a team with no Arsenal? They have starting, finishing at the end of the day.
We know Chelsea too.
No.
No, I'm not saying we know Chelsea.
Because these Oga boys, Oga, I won't go on. There was a time as I complaining
But this Arsenal looks different. Well, of course, we still
Alex.
I still don't believe in them. That's what
That's
in the next couple of weeks, another combination will commence, isn't it?
Yes.
there's no Arsenal, there's no African player in the Arsenal team. I still believe that the likes of Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur will suffer more.
Anybody can suffer.
Like for what?
Anybody can suffer. We don't know Arsenal. When it comes to January, they begin to drop.
Do you know?
They are in a team from the bottom of the table. We now come claim him and override him.
Do you know how many problems Arsenal has faced at even the first phase of the season?
But see, these are the challenges. Everything in Premier League face.
No, they are levels.
It happens to Chelsea. It happens to Liverpool. It happens to Manchester United.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about Arsenal here today because Alex is in the mood today.
Like,
Let's
be right.
You have to respect it. We are the champions. We are the champions.
Let champions of Club World Cup. Let's
No, world champions.
Okay, all right, you can accept that. But let's talk about Arsenal. First and foremost, the fact that in the squad yesterday, in the starting 11, there were 3 bench players starting. I think Luis Kelly started them. Came in at some point, okay, in the starting 11, let's start with the starting 11.
Yes, 3 actually.
Two.
3.
No.
Even is Martinelli 2.
No, I'm talking about backline now.
Okay, at the back.
On the back line, both starters
Yes.
were players who barely, until last weekend, the company did not even have the Premier League appearance. Mosquera only had 1 or 2. Okay, he came in for substitution. Okay, he came in for Saliba. Then he came in for, he had not played full 90 minutes in the Premier League.
Yes.
That was both of them. Okay, apart from Kante that played last weekend, that was the first time they were playing together, and that was the first time
they played together. This Chelsea match was the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the first time they were playing together,
Yes.
and that was the first time that Mosquera, for example, was playing full 90 minutes in the Premier League. And see the solidity. Does this give a statement?
Yeah,
I mean, everything that Arsenal, it feels like 2 weeks does not go without one Arsenal player getting injured. Usually, these are the things that
It's not even 2 weeks, like almost every week.
These are the things that usually will end Arsenal season. Practically in every department that maybe apart from the most important department right now, the midfield. But when it comes to the attack, everybody in the attack. If I win in the midfield, that guy has been injured. In the defense, I think only Timber right now is yet to get injured this season. So it feels like this Arsenal team is different with the kind of backup that they have.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to tell you.
Squad in depth.
These Chelsea people. Yesterday we played with a lot of plan Bs. We just had to improvise and everything because prior to that game, according to what Ateta said, it was Diamond last week that they knew or Saliba was having a cramps or something. It was a Diamond decision changing to bring in to introduce Mosquera and Kape so that they can pass by that much. But anyways, they still tried their best, though there were some
for me, if you ask me, I'll give both of them 85 over 100.
Compared to other teams' defense.
No.
Compared to other teams' defense.
You can't even compare it to other teams' defense.
No, you know why I said so?
The only reason why you mark them down, if you want to compare them
to Arsenal standard,
to Saliba,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to say.
Saliba and Gabriel have had
years.
Yes.
No, that's what I want to say. I said when it comes to our standard, when it comes to our standard, our standard of backline, with what we'll be watching at least for the past 30-40 games. When it comes to Arsenal standard of defense, it was below the bar, but still, it's still manageable. At least it's still far more better than some other defense lines, even in the Premier League, even in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Do you get? So, though it was very obvious yesterday that these guys have not been playing together.
No offense.
Mosquera made a lot of error passes yesterday. Kape did some mistakes. Even if Saliba was just there with either of them, Chelsea would have seen a draw. I was telling people, I told someone this morning that it was a winnable game for Chelsea. It was a winnable game for Chelsea. I did not read the red card. Because let's see it now. With the type of attack Chelsea is having, with the type of consistency they've been having in the past, with their energy and aura. Now, Arsenal want to play, they're now having injury with the 5 and 6 and sudden injury. It's not as if the injury was last week or last 2 weeks. It's not as if Mosquera and Kape has appeared before. Do you understand? And Mosquera is just 19 or so. Camp is just like around 23. Musoya is still playing for that 21 Spain. So the experience wasn't there and everything. And it was obvious at the first half. If you watch the first half yesterday, Chelsea had better chances in the first half. They could have converted before the red card happened. So in all of those things were part of the things that favored us. To me, Chelsea lost the 2 points. They believe Arsenal lost the 2 points, but they were the one that lost the 2 points. Because looking at the team, just look at the first 10 minutes of that match, you know that it's a winnable game for Chelsea.
Remember Caicedo was out.
No, that was what I was saying.
I
said it was Caicedo red card that bring us back into the game.
Exactly.
So now let's talk about going forward now.
And moreover, right before now, Chelsea has been our wife since 2021 now.
So
it continues.
So
most of the time,
we are talking about
draw at Stamford. They'll come at the Emirates now.
Okay, now so quickly for both teams, let's talk about going forward. First for Chelsea, going forward, Cole Palmer is back.
Yes.
It looks like Maresca has found a way to adapt the team without Cole Palmer. You know, use Enzo forward, use James as the second DM.
What do you expect?
But then now that Cole Palmer is back, how does it tweak it? Okay, we know that it even helps him that Caicedo will be out only 1 or 2 games. But then, when Caicedo is back, who goes to the bench? Does James go back to right back? Does Enzo come back to meet Caicedo in midfield? How does that team set up?
Well, I will leave that to the coach. The coach who was able to manage to play when Cole Palmer was out for months. When Cole Palmer is back, he should know the right thing to do. We'll be the one to know who fits in. And right now, it will be difficult. It won't be difficult for Cole Palmer to come and show himself.
Who drops?
Well, anybody can drop. To me, I believe he knows what to do. Just for Cole Palmer to come and prove himself, I'm still the Messiah who I am then before going on injury. But if Cole Palmer fails to show his up to the parts, then it's left.
Cole Palmer is
Cole Palmer
will not stay on the bench for anybody.
In his post-match interview yesterday, he said something that their next game is James will not be starting because of the amount of games he has played and the intensity of the games. So to maintain him, he said he won't be playing. So automatically we know we'll be seeing probably Enzo, Santos and Cole Palmer. So and you know at times he may still once Caicedo is also back, Gusto can be benched, James can play, and moreover we know James Elneta. James is an injury prone player, so once in a while
yes, that needs to be playing like that.
So Palmer is coming full force, so that one is.
I'm talking about Arsenal. Well, Gyökeres is back, Odegaard is back.
Yes. Eze is going back to the left wing. Odegaard will maintain his central position.
Merino back.
I want him to
Merino looks like an X factor in that.
No, let me tell you, Merino is like an atomic bomb in Ateta side when he wants to play big matches. Because he won't sit with your back to or back four. Never, I mean, if I use the back three or back two, yes, we'll be creating an overload at the midfield. So that's the importance of Merino. But if we're playing against small teams like that, then we'll be handicapped with such tactics because we don't need to overload the midfield against a smaller team. We need to press. Yes, we need to press. So and if Gyökeres is not available, Havertz is back, Jesus is back. Jesus can even play on the left wing, play on the right wing. Everyone is back. So just that the defense lineup is still having issues with Saliba and Gabriel not available.
Well, it is what it is. Arsenal, 5 points top of the table right now, 5 points away from Manchester City and 6 points away from Chelsea.
Our beloved neighbor.
I think we can now say now that this is a 3 race. I think Arsenal, Man City, and Chelsea will fight for the title. Can we say that?
Yes, the league is still open.
Practically, there's not 3 races. But you know, for just to show love to our neighbors, let's so that they will feel this corner. See, let's bring them in.
Do you know what? This might be like this. I'm pretty sure of this. The league is still open.
So can I just win the league?
Why not? Just 6
points. There's an analysis.
6 points.
There's no team that
6 points
that lost 6 games and win the league. Chelsea has lost 3 already. So can you tell me that before the end of this season, Chelsea cannot lose another thing? Can you tell me? Chelsea they are yet to play Man City first leg, Man City second leg. Arsenal at the Emirates, Liverpool there, Man U there,
I want you to understand. I
Fulham
want
is
to
still
see.
there. So can you tell me, who is the same question? Can you tell me Chelsea can?
I want you to have this at the back of your mind. This Chelsea team keeps getting better every match, every night and day.
So Kopama is back.
Exactly.
So well, there you go. Well, I guess we'll find out. Chelsea, Manchester City, Arsenal, and Arsenal right about now on top of the table. Let's see who gets the trophy.
Gunners!
We are the world champion.